it for about 2 or 3 laps here.
Exactly what we were talking about. That's the plan.
And so you know what? Uh-oh. Something happened to her truck.
Right in front, right? Something happened in front of them.
Caution.
Oh, debris.
Good guy. Good eye. Holy cow.
So
That's
heavy
Jason,
contact along the front straightaway.
Jason Kitzmiller right there. He we've seen him in the last couple of ARCA races down here.
The start-finish line in a draft there. This was his second lap, Phil, that he was just getting to make, and it just something broke in the back of the truck. It looks like maybe, would you think maybe a track bar mount or something?
Something like that. Yeah.
In the rear end.
Yeah, looked like it. He got down on the painted double yellow line, but I don't think that should have been enough to turn that thing around.
It wobbled him over that way.
Yeah.
And then watch this pack of trucks coming at him and debris.
And John Hunter Nemechek in that 4. Oh, and there's another one that has gone around, and that is the 32 of Brett Holmes.
Well, that's lucky when you spin at Daytona and don't have any damage to your truck.
He sounded surprised.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a flat tire.
Yeah.
He was holding a nice steady
Coming
wheel.
behind you. Watch him coming back down.
Remember, these trucks, he essentially was by himself.
Start at Daytona. Attention getter right out of the gate. Certainly some putting some tires on, and the 4 of Nemechek getting gas only. Josh.
Well, the 18 of Chandler Smith said he was dealing with a little bit loose in that truck.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have a lot of contact.
That was a huge hit.
I bet he has to come back to pit road. That's what you have when you have differing strategies. Guys that are just gas out while the others are entering pit road.
Yeah, that is more than a little bit of contact.
Jamie?
Well, for Christian Eckes, I love the communication between he and his crew chief, Jared French. Jared said, is there anything we can do to help you? And Christian said, honestly, no. This truck feels pretty good. They're giving him 4 new tires. They got a fresh tear off on there, send him out on his way. He was a little upset with his teammate, though. Ben Rose, that 99. I'm going to watch for them in this final stage.
Now you see Brett Holmes having some problems in that 32 truck.
I think he's got. Watch him. He's accelerating out. This thing just snaps around on him. And now look at the left front if it does circle back around.
He, if you wonder how much power these trucks have, you got you can just spin them right around if you don't, or if you aren't careful.
Yeah, look, I think the left front's locked up. Everybody's just kind of riding right now.
Well, the 38's got to like where he's riding. He is currently sitting P2.
Oh, trouble in the backstretch.
It is. There's one around in heavy wall contact, and that's the 24 of Jack Wood.
There's something broke.
Yeah, that's a weird spot to be in to have trouble.
Yeah, I'm fine. The thing just came around on me. It was getting really bad.
Here on the backstretch off turn 2, he is tailed off to the back of everybody, and something broke on that truck.
Yeah.
An awkward angle that it just turned on him.
Impact into the outside wall.
Oh, I see what you did there.
One here in the truck in 2019.
Got one with
definite contact, a couple of them.
That
was
White?
Fogelman again.
Man, those guys just had nowhere to go. They were trying to dodge Fogelman.
Yep, Chris Wright in the 44. Fogelman drives
Let me do the telestrator thing. Oh, yeah, never mind. You guys see it. But, yeah, he was definitely struggling with right rear, not having enough pressure in there.
Oh, and just a mess after that.
Jason White took some contact there as well.
Not too bad. You know, it's a yellow. There's a little bit of damage, but not the big one. That's good news.
You wouldn't suggest, would you, that we're going to go through this race without the big one?
I would not suggest that. Wide off 4 with that lap truck up high.
This is coming to the white flag. We've got trucks everywhere.
Eckes continuing to lead. Ankrum taking a look outside. Eckes comes up the block. The white flag is out, and now the yellow.
Is that going to be the race because the white came out?
Yes, I think it's a race. I believe that Zane Smith is going to be the winner.
The white flag did come out. He waved, the flagman waved the white with his right hand, and then the yellow came out immediately thereafter with the left hand.
And Zane Smith was the 4th place truck as they were exiting turn 4. So we're hearing they did not take the white.
Eckes leading, and I watch Ankrum get to the outside, and Eckes moves up, and just a little bit of contact right there
And that was John Hunter Nemechek trying to make a move, and he was pushing him and got him sideways, and then the Klingerman ended up flinging the 4 truck. And after that, you're along for the ride.
Yes, you are. Just fate will sometimes spin you through it without damage, but not a lot a driver can do when they pile up like that. This is just a big block.
Keep an eye on the 4 truck and the momentum that him and Klingerman have, and it's hard to extinguish it, and it's like, boom, there you get hit again, and then Klingerman ends up hitting the 4 truck.
Boy, and the 38 of Zane Smith just slipped right through there.
Sure did.
But the caution had been triggered in race control prior to that move, and that means we're going to go overtime as the white flag is determined to have not waved prior to the yellow being triggered. You see the white flag waving there, but
that didn't count.
Well, it was waving, but I believe that they never got to the line, and then NASCAR hit the button for the yellow lights to come on.
And that's official. The flag man is for show. He's just throwing that white flag so the fans can see it's on.
Yep. And the trucks all have transponders, and none of them got to the line before the yellow button was triggered.
That push that Ankrum got, he just couldn't hold the truck straight. He got a little sideways, and that started it.
Well, some good trucks taking some heavy damage there. The 18 of Chandler Smith.
Yeah, I was hopeful for an onboard. So this is with Riley. Let's just ride along.
Right, here's the line. Still there. Wreck it, back it down, back it down, back it down. Big wreck, back it down, back it down. One behind you. Go low, 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 low. Inside, inside, inside. All right, straighten it up. Stay left if you can. I know we got a lot of hits going.
Yeah, not many options there. Still rolling. Now we're on board the 99.
Yep.
98 back in front of you, coming to 2 to go. U-turn, you're off, clear off, clear off.
You ever had that view, Mikey, where you just clear a wreck and you look in the mirror and you're like, those 4 have broken away. It'll be interesting to see if anything can generate on the outside lane.
Final lap into the wall. Green still out, and now we go caution, and it is Zane Smith, who was so close to winning it in regulation. This time he does indeed get it done.
This is where the wreck ended up unfolding back with this group.
Oh, Jason White slides up and gets...
Again, the 44 of Chris Wright. I mean, White and Wright have gotten together a couple of times tonight. There's the 33 of Jason White and the 44 of Chris Wright.
There might have been some oil coming out of the 42 of Hocevar that helped him change lanes like that. But again, the trial was a tough spot to be 3 wide.
Well, and with the accident taking place where it did, it, you know, if you ask, well, why wouldn't they let them race all the way back to the green? A lot of debris put down on track there before they could have come back to the checkers.
Inside. Low, come on, low.
Whoa! Denny Hamlin spins out.
Watch, sit tight. Now come.
It obviously hurts Denny Hamlin, but it's going to hurt the Toyota's effort because they've lost one of their guys.
Regan? Drive line. I heard it kind of, you know, you see it right there. Wheel lock up and just spun around trying to stay off of his teammate in front of him, and then when he gassed up in the grass, spun all the way around, which is why they elected to go ahead and just put 4 tires on it. Yeah, you can see the front tires locked up right there. But I saw the left rear locking up as well. And in that in-car camera right there,
he's now backed up to McDowell. Half a car length to the leader, Logano. He's got to go to the bottom. And he can't get there, and he wrecks Logano.
Logano blocked. Logano moved down, blocked. I hate to say it, he was under him and got a pretty big block right there. You knew it was going to be aggressive, and unfortunately, cost him. I want to watch a replay, but that's how I feel like I saw that.
The white flag had waved, so they clear David Reagan.
Goes for the move to the inside, and I called it, and I knew Joey moved down to make a block. You knew he was going to have to, went for it, and unfortunately got turned around in a wreck.
We'll take a second look.
I want to see when his caution come out, too.
Buescher dives to the inside, fills Logano's mirror. He comes down, and they collide. Look at McDowell slamming on the brakes along with Burton. They get through.
Yes, but when does his caution come out? Because Chris Buescher is still ahead of him right now. And 17's your winner. I'm getting a thumbs up over here, boys. Chris Buescher, number 17, your winner.
So I wouldn't doubt that he's going to be someone that we're going to be talking about. And you can see it right here. He knows that the bottom cars are starting to get vulnerable, and you're seeing them. Oh,
there it goes. First crash of the day. The 18 is Drew Dollar.
So we were talking at break about how the Goody was starting to wear off the tires, and these guys were going to start moving around. And what the 9 saw there is that the bottom cars were starting to be vulnerable off the corner. So he comes down, side drafts, and then some cars get sideways after that. Yeah. So this started a few cars ahead. So what happened is the 9 came down to side draft, which is totally good. But what that did is it caused the inside line to check up, as you saw when he went to check up. A lot of times when you lift out of the gas here, these cars will dart to one direction or another. And obviously it caught the 18 and those guys off guard and got our first wreck of the day. 2 cars that were in the top 10.
And the first time you'll hear this, but not the last, throughout the course of the next 2 races is the accordion effect. And that's exactly what happened right there. Somebody checks up in front, the next guy checks up, and the next guy behind that maybe cannot in time, and it just gets ugly.
But they were still running in a pretty big pack. I'm surprised we didn't collect more cars than we did. A lot of drivers in this situation saying, I'd rather be lucky than good. Caution is out. 14 laps in at Daytona. Daniel Hemrick is leading.
For Sam Mayer.
And I'm going to guess the reason these guys are pitting now, when you look at the lap count, you can go roughly 45 laps. That would get us to the end of stage 2, which means you pit here, stay out at the end of stage 1. You gain some much needed track position. We'll continue to follow up on Sam Mayer, and we'll have the business coming from the Colleague stables. And there goes a spinner. Coming on to pit road, I believe that's the one of Sam Mayer. He lost the bumper cover. We stay green. Can he gather it in? Yes, he does.
Fired up and come to the box here.
He stops with 45 to go. Oh. And by the way, he's going to have to come back in and put the bumper cover on. And we saw Jesse Awuji hot coming to pit road. He was speeding, so he'll have a penalty as well.
Yeah, that really wasn't the one's fault. The 2 just came down a little bit, and of course he's got to pit as well, so he's got to get off the racetrack. But surprisingly enough, when you come to pit road, you don't want to decel.
Truck Series, so he understands success in the draft. That's tight.
Oh, we got a wreck.
And there they go, back behind the leaders. Brett Moffitt involved, Tommy Joe Martins, and several others.
I was looking for the 11. I think he made it through there. That's the bad part about having a problem in the middle of the race or towards the end. And I said to you, is he going to avoid the wreck?
Nope, the tail's ripped off the back of the 11. Flapping.
Joey Gase, Shane Lee, Jeffrey Earnhardt. Jeez. Wouldn't say this is the big one, but we lost a handful of pretty good cars. Man, C.J. McLaughlin just got shot out of the draft there, and when he came back up, all bets were off.
Yeah, he got loose, and when he corrected it, just went the other way. That's the thing about mistakes at this racetrack. If it happens early, you can overcome it. Typically, because the the field is not really intense. They're not really pushing it. So that's when you make your moves and can get back to the front. But at this point of the race, everyone's trying to work towards the front. Nobody's sitting right now and riding. So that's when the wrecks usually happen, is when the intensity comes up for everyone towards the end of the race.
You know, the grass can get you, but we haven't had a ton of rain here recently. I'm surprised it was that soft, and that's what tore up the front end of Brett Moffitt's car. But I believe Tommy Joe Martins in the 44 caught it just right. Watch him spinning out of control, but he slides pretty cleanly across the grass, and I don't know how bad he got it, but it appears to be pretty decent for Tommy Joe. There you see him going to that 44. That's Earnhardt in the 24.
And we knew it was going to happen. Yeah, late stages of the race. Cautions, green cautions. Those drivers coming down pit road doing a really good job.
21's going to come with a huge shove.
They are 2 and 3 wide behind him. Crossover, that's
comes.
Austin Hill in the 21. Big crash, up and over. Caution is out. That's Myatt Snyder.
Looks like he's moving around, winning it.
And it's great to see Myatt Snyder climbing from that race car. First start in his rookie season. It's Austin Hill who gets it done at Daytona, and here's what happened behind him.
That's just a bad scenario. Once you get turned around backwards, if he doesn't get hit in the front end, it probably doesn't get airborne, but it's just you got that other car wedging underneath the front to get the lift there. But it's great to see, like Chad talked about, the safety innovations of these cars. You know, to see Myatt just walk right out, that's a great sign.
And I would be anxious to see how close it was at the time of caution, because look right here, it looks like the 16's out front. Whew, it had to be really close.
Yep. The caution wasn't out at that point when they left our screen, so he was clearly ahead by the time he left the bottom of your monitors on television. But unfortunately, Anthony Alfredo getting into the back of the 31 and creating that issue.
Wow. I mean, look at that car.
And look at the grass that's flying in front of him.
Where's the engine?
Oh,
wow.
The engine's gone. I mean, this kind of like a Michael Waltrip wreck that we saw at Bristol, where it's just, or the Jeffrey Bodine, right?
Kyle Larson front straightaway here at Daytona years ago.
For these pit roads is the efficiency. Who can do this as a group more efficient than the other? Oh, got a spin.
Jacques Villeneuve spins entering pit road. Gathers it back up. Flag pit stops and one spin. How's that go? I knew I was in trouble when my own wheel and tire passed me. Kaz Grala. That, by the way, is a major infraction and will result in a 4-race suspension for the crew chief of that car.
Wow.
Yeah, everybody just kind of scattered. Everybody just scattered waiting on the caution there.
Here's the radio chatter.
They saw that tire coming off before us, but he just stopped in front of me, so hope he's all right. Yeah, he just come down and said sorry. They didn't know the yellow was out. Wave him off.
You actually heard him lift before he spun.
F4 ready, we got
That's
run
exactly what happened. I don't think it hurt it too much. You see sparks flying right there. Obviously, you don't want it.
Told Denny to calm down just a little bit back there. Denny said he was just trying to learn for later.
Oh, no! Big crash on the back straightaway takes out William Byron, Kyle Busch, and Harrison Burton. Oh, crap.
Somebody was upside down. I don't know who it was.
Lap 63, caution number 3.
Come off the corner, the car got light exactly like I was talking about. Man, it went over too. I was right. Dang it. A lot of good cars.
Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin, Christopher Bell gets into Burton. And that's a long slide on the asphalt into the safer barrier. Hard for Byron.
Half in front, tight out the back, tight in front all the way. Wrecking here, wrecking.
Oh, man.
Keep rolling there if you can. Just lock it down. Let them come under you.
Pushing, obviously, on a rookie. Tony, you talked about it. Again, come off of that corner, got light, and that thing was long for the ride, but very aggressive pushing.
That is not at all what you're looking for. That kid is sitting there going, what happened? He's lucky it didn't bite right there.
Yep.
And here's Harrison Burton on the radio.
Yeah, you can't push to the right, Brad. I mean, damn. I know. Is it going anywhere? Just spin the tires. That's lit. Yeah, it's important.
There's the monster cam for Kurt Busch.
You got to spin low. A couple of them spin low. You got one.
Wow.
Whoa! Now that's
in-car views for every Daytona 500 since 1985. Harrison Burton goes for a flyer at Daytona. Here's more from an ARCA driver. Crash out of turn 4. One car got sideways into the wall, and half a dozen cars are in it, including Joey Logano. Tyler Reddick will be 2 of the casualties, in the left rear is down on Logano's car.
High-sided there.
Jacques Villeneuve gets into the back of Tyler Reddick.
Tyler Reddick, he was tank swapping in front of him way before Villeneuve got there. I don't know if it did because of contact right there, but man, right in Truex's lap. I think Kurt and Joey Logano are going to be okay.
Depends how much damage is on. There's the right side tires going down on Logano when he gets to that grass and bounces through it. Same for Kurt Busch. Saw a couple of drivers take evasive action down pit road, which is allowed.
We saw Tyler Reddick. He was already loose coming on the exit, off of the exit of turn 4 before Villeneuve got in.
I think he just lost it right in front of Jacques.
Ty Dillon, Kyle Busch doing a nice job of evasive maneuvers right there. Yeah, the right front corner on Truex.
Getting loose, wrecking up the hill. Come down, come down. All right, hold it. Stay in the ground.
I don't think he ever hit anybody.
2 more cars coming to the top.
All that was when those right side tires went down.
Right. So Stenhouse left his dancing partner. He went down, chose to go down and blocked it.
Whoa! Spinning around and into the fence goes Harvick. And it's a 7-car jam session.
Eric Jones is in it. Noah Gregson's in it. Dang it. Chase Elliott.
Todd Gilliland all torn up and climbing out. Kyle Larson. Here comes Larson. Oh. Jammed up.
Larson had a huge run on the outside, and he was trying to slow that momentum down to get to him. But as he got to him, it kind of seemed like Kevin was having, the 17 was backing up to Kevin as well, and it just accordiated.
Yeah, the Harvick was having to slow down. Larson's got a huge run here, but
watch Kevin try to.
Kevin's got to run on the 17 at the same time, so Kevin has to check up here, and Kyle's got a ton of momentum.
Yeah, you saw Kevin kind of move to the outside, and Larson was trying to tee him up, square him up, so it was a good bump draft, and they both hit at an angle and spun him around.
And you could see how the exhaust pipes out of the 5 car. You could see where he lifted, so it wasn't like he just ran in there and plowed through.
And 2 cars that shoot through the middle, Kyle Busch and David Reagan in the 15.
One more inside.
To square up to the 17 right at the time as the 5 hit him. It's just a timing thing, accordioned, and away they went. Dang it, took out a lot of good ones there as well.
Let's ride with Chase Briscoe.
Now by himself. Check up low. Stay in it, lower, stay in it.
I don't mind that.
Wow, Eric barely got by that.
Sure did.
And that's not any. This whole thing is not anybody's fault. That is just
bad
circumstances.
Timing. Yeah.
Yes.
So once again, talk about what it takes for the end of this thing. A lot of dancing partners just left in the rearview mirror of some of them guys. They didn't want to see that.
Wallace gets up there with the 2 Fords, and they edge out front. Oh, crash! Stenhouse in the wall.
Should have known.
And Chris Buescher with him.
Might have seen this movie before earlier in the day.
His race team in a place to win this Daytona 500. He came off he was side drafting Bubba pretty hard, but when he come off of it, that thing was gone.
Just got a little,
for the
little
ride.
wave in it.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing not because David Reagan just snuck through with the 3rd one in a row. He is blessed. You'll see his number 15 come through here after
Saw Ricky come down a little bit toward the 23, and then as he came up, then it just
I think he came down. It's just light. It was light with him pushing hard on his rear bumper, and
that may not
for the ride.
have been Ricky turning down.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
That
I think he was correcting it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I think
it may got
his rear
pushed
end
down
was
that
light.
way.
And Kyle Busch dodges another one. We'll give you 2 onboard views from Ricky Stenhouse.
You saw him right there. He got loose one time. You saw him wiggle the wheel, and then he came around the second time. He's already talking, too.
Yeah, he needs to get his hand down with there.
Yeah. Right here, and you can see he's light, he's loose, and he finally spins him around.
Stenhouse is not the first car today to go into the Indy 500 as a car owner. Cindric is going to bring them to the line way up high to block Ryan Blaney, and at the line, Cindric beats Bubba Wallace by half a car length, and they crash going into turn 1.
This race never disappoints.
No, it does not.
And David Reagan found one he couldn't miss.
Austin Cindric, the winner of the Daytona.
Busch. Here's Briscoe with a big run on the outside.
That was the big run.
They come up to
Wallace
block.
pushed Ryan Blaney right there. Huge run on the outside and a massive block by Austin Cindric to win this Daytona 500.